Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. How are you? Hope you will be doing great at home. Let's start our today's lecture of class 3. Subject is science. Unit number 8 and the title of the unit is electricity. The reading book page will go on from 68 to 69 and the workbook pages will be 20, 21, 23, 23 and 24. Okay, this is page number 68 of the reading book and unit number 8 electricity. In this unit, first of all we are going to study about the electricity, then electric current, then conductor, insulator, circuit and a flow of current, and after that we will study about filament, then a complete circuit, and at last we will see how a complete circuit will work or how a incomplete or open circuit will not work. Students, as you know, everything in the world needs energy to do work. Like animals get energy from plants and by eating other animals, and plants get energy from sun. As human beings get energy from food, same like that vehicles like buses, motorcycles, cars, they all need energy and they get energy from petrol and gas. In the same way, there are some things in our homes which need energy to do their work, and these things are like a bulb, TV, laptop, fan and a tube light. These all things get energy from the electricity. Electricity is our main source of energy for the appliances which are going to do work at our home for us. So we can also say that electricity is a form of energy. Electricity is a form of energy. Electricity is not a natural thing. As you know that electricity is not a natural thing, but it is produced from a natural things like wind, sun, water and coal. Electricity is produced from coal, water, sun and wind, and these are the natural sources which can help us to produce electricity. Students, as you know that main electricity is produced in a power stations. Main electricity is produced in a power station. It is brought to our homes through a thick wire called cables. Through a thick wire which are called cables. Through them we can bring the electricity to our homes, because the main electricity is produced in a power station. Let's start our reading. Electricity that moves along a wire is called an electric current. Electricity that moves along a wire is called an electric current. An electric current can flow only through certain materials. There are only certain materials which can allow the electric current to flow through them, because other materials cannot allow the electric current to flow from that object. So firstly we will move toward the conductors and insulators. Let's read about what is conductor and what is insulator. Some materials like metal and water let electric current flow through them easily. Some materials like metal and water let the current flow through them easily. They are called conductors. So here we can say that the conductors are the material which can let electric current flow through them. Okay, there are some more examples of conductor like steel spoon, metal things like gold, silver and then the water. These are the good conductor of the electric current to flow from them. All the materials, they are the objects which can allow the electric current to flow from these. So next one is insulator. Insulator are the materials which cannot allow the electric current to flow through them. Other materials like rubber and wood do not let electric current flow through them. They are called insulator. So insulator are the materials which cannot allow the electric current through them. So these are the insulator. As you can see in the picture, the copper wire which is inside the cable, and which is made by a copper wire or any metal, that is the conductor. And the outer part of the wire and outer part of the cable which is made by plastic or a rubber, that is insulator. So there are some more example of insulator, and these are wood, plastic and wool. Wood, plastic and wool are the objects and the material which cannot let the electric current flow through them. So these are the insulator. Our next topic is circuit. The path along which electric current flow is called a circuit. A path along which electric current flows called a circuit. Circuit is a path which is giving the permission to electric current to flow from them. A simple circuit can be found in things we use such as a torch or some toys. As you know that in some toys like doll and a toy car, there are a simple circuit. You can see there that circuit is allow that object to move through the electric current. Our next reading book page number is 69, page number 69, and topic of the same chapter is flow of current. Here we will discuss how a current can flow from a circuit. Here you can see in a picture that there is a complete circuit, and it is a circuit that allow electric current to flow from these materials which are connected to each other by end to end. First line is a circuit needs a power source energy. A circuit needs a power source energy. A battery has chemicals in it and stores chemical energy. Battery is having chemicals in it, like as you can see there is a battery and it has a chemicals in it which can store the chemical energy inside the battery. When a battery is connected to a bulb by two wires, one at each end of the battery, it will light the bulb. An electric current can flow from the battery or cell. It passes through the wire to light the bulb. As you can see, there are two wires from the battery, one from the one side and other is from the next side, and they are attached to the bulb from end to end. There is no gap between the circuit. The wire is called flex and is covered with plastic because plastic is an insulator. As we have read already that plastic and rubber are the insulator material, so there is a plastic flex which is called wires. In simple words you can say wires, and wire is called flex. Here you can see in the picture that is mentioned here that flex is a thin wire which can connect the bulb to the battery. Let us see all that happen before a bulb light up in the circuit. There is a flow of current. First one is the electric current flows out of the battery through the wire. The electric current flow from the battery through the wire to the current. It then goes through the filament, the tiny wire in the bulb, and then through the second wire. As you can see, there is a bulb. The current will flow from the battery to the bulb and then it goes to the filament. From filament it is going back to the battery again, and then bulb will be light up. It goes back into the battery from the second wire. As you can see, there is a second wire which is connected from bulb to battery. It can bring back the current from bulb to battery. This is a complete circuit that allows the electric current to flow. Through this circuit, electric current can flow easily because it is a complete circuit. Now let's read about what is a complete circuit. A complete circuit is needed for an electric current to flow. If the circuit is not completed, an electric current cannot flow from that circuit if there is any gap. Electricity cannot jump across a gap. If there is any gap in your circuit, electric current cannot flow and there would be no electricity because electricity cannot jump across a gap. If there is a gap in a circuit, the bulb will not light up. The bulb will not light up because as we have read that electricity cannot jump across a gap. A complete circuit is always closed. Closed means it would be attached from one end to the other end and the second end of the bulb to the second end of the battery. A complete circuit is always closed with no gaps in between. There must not be any gap in complete circuit. The current flows out through one end to the battery and flows back in through the other end, so the loop or chain is completed. As we have read that the current from the battery will go to the filament of the bulb and then filament or bulb to again back to the battery, so it would be a complete circuit and your bulb will be light up. Our next page of the reading book is 70, page number 70. Here is a picture. Discuss and answer. There is an activity that you have to discuss and then answer. Look at the picture. Do you think this bulb will light up? Do you really think this bulb will light up? Or if your answer is yes, how it can be light up? And if your answer is no, so you have to discuss with your elders that how it cannot be light up a bulb. So our answer is, there. Can you see the gap between two wires? If there is a gap, we have read that if there is a gap in a circuit, the bulb will not be light up because electricity cannot jump across a gap. There is a gap, so this bulb is not going to be light up through the battery, because if it is being light up from the battery, the other end is having a jump, having a gap, so the bulb is not going to be light up through this incomplete circuit. You can say this is incomplete or an open circuit, and it cannot allow the electric current to flow, so that cannot store electricity, so the bulb is not going to be light up. Our next part is conceptual. You have to label the picture as you have read in a previous page, that there is a battery, filament, bulb and flags on a circuit, and you have to label them correctly. So as you can see, this is a battery. You have to put battery word here. Then this is a bulb, the tiny wire inside the bulb. The tiny wire inside the bulb, which is made by a copper or silver. So it is a filament. Filament is a tiny wire inside the bulb which can let the current flow from the bulb. So the wire is called flax. So you have to write flax over here. This was all about your electricity chapter, unit number 8. Okay students, as you know, we have read about electricity and electric current today. So here I have two examples of a circuit. There are two circuits on my board. One is complete circuit and the other one is incomplete or open circuit. As we have read that a complete circuit is a circuit which can allow the electric current to flow from it. But an open circuit means the bulb will not light up because there is a gap in the wire or any end from the circuit object like battery and bulb and thick wire or flax. So here you can see that this is the battery. This is the battery. As you can see the three wires here, that is called flax. The wires is flax and there is a bulb. If we will attach the wire from one end of the battery to the first end of the bulb, and the second end of the bulb would be from the second end of the battery. If these both wires are attached end to end from the battery and the bulb will be light up. The bulb will be light up. As you can see that the bulb is light up due to the flow of the current. It is a battery and battery stores energy, chemical energy in it. Through the chemical energy, the current flows to the bulb. As you can see, the filament inside the bulb is blowing. As you can see, the bulb light up due to the electric flow of the current, and the other end of the bulb, it will send back the current of the bulb to the battery again, and battery will going to store that current in it, and if we will turn off the bulb, the current will be saved or energy will be saved inside the battery. In the second circuit, as you can see, there is a gap. There is a gap between the battery and the bulb. There is a gap between the battery and the bulb. So this bulb is not going to be light up, because if there is a jump, if there is a gap or any jump, you have read that electricity is not going to jump across a gap. From the gap, electricity is not going to pass through. As you can see, the bulb is not light up due to the gap in the electric current and in the circuit. There is a gap in the circuit, and due to that circuit, electricity cannot be reached to the bulb. Okay students, let's start our workbook. We have to solve the chapter of electricity on workbook. And this is the page number 20. Page number 20 of your workbook. Part B. Tick the objects that have an electrical circuit and cross the others. You have to tick on the objects which are having electrical circuits and cross on the others. As you can see in the first picture, there is iron, and iron has an electrical circuit. So it would be tick. Mark tick on a iron. There is a laptop in next picture, and laptop also have electrical circuit in it. So tick on laptop. Bulb is also having electrical circuit. So you have to mark tick on bulb. Tick on bulb. In a calculator, there is no electrical circuit, so you have to cross it. Calculator is not having any electrical circuit in it, so you have to cross it. Next one is juicer. Juicer also have electrical circuit, so tick on juicer. Cross on straw. As we know that straw does not attach with any electrical circuit or electricity, so it is cross. Air conditioner has electrical circuit in it, so tick on air conditioner. Tick on air conditioner. In a remote control, there is no electrical circuit, so it would be cross, as we know that remote control work with cell or battery, so it would be cross. Question number 2 is name any 3 battery operated appliances. You have to name 3 appliances which can be operated by battery. First one is torch, a simple torch. It's the example of battery operated. Next one is remote control. Third one is toy car or clock. You can write any one of them, toy car or clock. Our next workbook page is page number 21. Page number 21, part C. Label the given diagram. You have to label the diagram which is given on your page. The first one is switch. As you can see in the picture, there is a switch. Write here switch. This is the battery. The thick wire which is connected with the battery and the bulb. The wire which is connected with the battery and the bulb is called flex. And this is the bulb. As you know, this is the bulb. In the next question, label the material each part is made of. You have to label the material which is used in each part. Like the iron or the metal object which is attached to the switch, that is conductor. Insulator, outer part of the wire is insulated because it is made up of rubber or plastic and it can prevent us from electrical shock, so it is insulated. The switch is also covered with plastic, so it is insulated. In the next picture you can see the outer part of the wire is insulated. Outer part of the wire is made up with plastic or rubber is insulated, and the inner part is conductor. As we know that it is made up with metal or copper or silver, so it is a conductor. The conductor is the inner part of the cable or wire. Our next page of workbook is page number 22. Page number 22, part D. Choose the correct answer. And the part 1 is, in order for a current to flow through a circuit, it must be complete, incomplete, simple or electric. As we have read that if we want to flow the current from a circuit, it must be complete. It must be complete. So your answer is complete. Number 2 is, which of the following is a good conductor of electricity? Electricity's conductor is wood, metal wires, plastic or glass. As we know, what is conductor? Yes, conductor is a material through which electric current can flow. So, wood cannot let the electric current flow. It would not be your answer. Your answer must be metal wires, as it is the good conductor of the electricity. Question number 3 is, what is stored in a battery? What is stored in a battery? Electricity, energy, food or water. As we know that energy is stored in a battery. Energy is stored in a battery. You have to mark, take on energy. Number 4, which of these are part of a circuit? Which of these are the part of a circuit? Battery, bulb, flex, all of them. Battery, bulb, flex, all of them. All of them are the part of a circuit, because if we want to create or make any circuit, we need all 3 things: battery, bulb and flex. So you have to take on all of them. Number 5 is, why is plastic used to cover electrical wires? Why is plastic used to cover electrical wires? Part A, it looks nice. Part B, it keeps them neat. C, it is an insulator. And D, it is a conductor. It is an insulator is your answer, because we know that through insulator we can prevent the electrical short circuit. So why is plastic used to cover electrical wires? The answer would be, it is an insulator, because it cannot be caused to the electrical short. Number 2 is, fill in the blanks using the correct word. Using the correct word, you have to fill in the blanks. Number 1 is, the path through which a circuit flows is called a circuit. The path through which a current flows is called a circuit. Number 2 is, a dash circuit is needed for an electric current to flow. A dash circuit, a complete circuit is needed for an electric current to flow. Number 3 is, materials that allow the electricity to pass through them are called conductors. Conductors are the material that allow the electricity to pass through them. These are the answer is conductor. Number 4, materials that do not allow electricity to pass through them are called insulator. Insulators like rubber, plastic and wool, they are the material. They do not allow the electricity to pass through them. So these are called insulated. As you can see, there is a box and there is a link given in a box. You have to enter the link in a search bar and you will search a video according to your chapter, and you will watch that video for electricity for kids, and this video is gonna help you. Next page of your workbook is page number 23. Page number 23, part E. Mark these statements with tick or cross. First one is, the filament is the path along which electric current flows. Cross. First one would be cross. Number second is, metal and water are the conductor of electricity. Tick. Number 3, a gap in the circuit will allow the electric current to flow. Cross. Number 4, a complete circuit allows electric current to flow. This statement is right. So you have to write mark tick. Number 5, a pencil and wooden ruler are good conductor of electricity. It is cross because these objects are insulated. Number 2 question is, if you could use only 3 of the items below to form a circuit, which would you pick? Tick the items: wires, battery, switch, light bulb. You can make a complete circuit with the help of these 3: wires, battery and light bulb. Wires, battery and light bulb will be ticked. Next one is, what do you think will happen when electricity is flowing in the circuit formed by the 3 items you have picked? The answer will be, the bulbs, the bulb will light up continuously. The bulb will light up continuously. The next question is, will the circuit work if any part of the circuit is not connected? If any part of the circuit is not connected, will the circuit work? The answer is no, the circuit will not work. The circuit will not work. This is page number 24. Now it is the time to solve the question answers. Answers the following question. What is electricity which moves along wires called? The answer is electricity which moves along wires is called current. Number 2 question is, why does flax have a thin layer of plastic on the outside? Your answer is flax have thin layer of plastic on the outside because plastic is an insulator and insulator can keep us safe from the electric shock. Number 3 question is, look at the circuit shown below. State 2 ways to make the bulb stop glowing. The first one is remove battery from the circuit. Remove battery from the circuit, and the other is remove wire from the battery. Remove wire from the battery. Here your chapter is complete. Say Alhamdulillah. Allah Hafiz.